So there's this old story about this young girl born in 1412. She's a peasant in France. And at a young age, she starts to hear a voice and says that this voice is coming from God. This voice is telling her to step up, take a role, make something happen. This girl's name was Joan of Ark. At this time, France was in this war called the 100 Years' War. She said that God was telling her that she needs to step up and take part in the army. She needs to fight for her country. She had a couple problems. Right now she's young. She was a girl. Neither one of those has any place in the French army. So what does she do? She does something radical. Something that seems like it might be crazy. She puts on knight's armor, dresses as a man, and enlists in the French army. Later on, she actually met the king, and after that was able to actually be in command of many people in the army, and led to victories, important victories, in the French army during this 100 Years' War. That's crazy. That's what people do when they're answering God's call. Because most people look at Joan of Arc and say, that woman was nuts. What was she doing? This little girl dressed up as a guy to enlist in the army. But as Christians, we can say, look at this woman who heard God's call and did something about it. Who knew that God had something greater than the norm. Joan of Arc became what she needed to become for her country. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 22 says this, "To the weak I became weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all people, so that by all possible means I might save someone." All possible means. Joan of Arc heard a call from God. She said, I'm willing to do the radical thing, to do the crazy thing, because I know the people around me need to know God. They need help. It didn't end great for Joan. She was eventually captured. She was burned at the stake. She died serving the cause that she knew was true. I think if we could ask Joan right now, was it worth it? Her answer would be absolutely. I know that God is calling you to something. God's calling you to something that seems crazy and ridiculous, something that's way bigger than yourself. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl, whether you're old, whether you're young, stepping up to God's call is what we're meant to do. So what's God calling you to do? Are you going to step up?